stream looking for the best player on Cacti. You found her. She's only wiped in the trust system 3 times this run. Don't worry about it. The Light Wardens. The Crystal Exarch welcomes you back to the Crystarium. Oh, cutscene.
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist. Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity. Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then.
This dude got some power.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds.
Yeah, we know that.
This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source. And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the Source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed. At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Holminster Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we'd best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at the crossroads northwest of the Accessnur Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. All set. If we follow this road north, we will arrive in the northern staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Your assistance is appreciated. You're here. We are heading in together, yes? The Exarch asked that we wait, so we waited. Okay, come on. There's so many people here. Holminster Switch is past these gates and through the woods. It's not exactly a near neighborhood to the Crystarium, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset by a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the villagers, but as many as half remain. Judging by the number of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that a Light Warden leads the attack. How convenient. Seems we'll have our chance to slay a warden sooner than we expected. So one does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside of them than all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile ether will billow outwards and envelop the nearest living being, a reckless young swordsman perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. Ah, well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guards stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well. Then our warden-slaying party shall include myself, the Louviers, Captain Lena, and last but not least... Bring it on. A formidable group indeed. Into Holmeister we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. Oh, is that the dungeon? The instant dungeons encountered in the Shadowbringers main scenario quest can be completed solo alongside a supporting party of NPCs. To make use of this feature, simply speak with one of your NPC companions near the entrance to the instance and select the option to form a party. When forming a party, you will need to follow the same role restrictions imposed when using the Duty Finder. Alternatively, you can find party members via the Duty Finder as usual and complete the instance with fellow players instead. Oh. Well then, I didn't realize we were that close to figuring this out. Alrighty. Alright, Alice. Form a party and enter Holmeister Switch. Wait, hold on. I was told to small talk with these guys because apparently it's really interesting. I can't help but wonder if the scale of this raid is related to the recruiting the Eaters were doing in Amarang. Not that it matters. After all the combat I saw there, I'm more than ready to test my magics against one of those greater abominations. As you may have deduced, the troublesome quality of the wardens, which I endeavored to raise earlier, was this confounded capacity for spontaneous rebirth. But the Exarch seems confident that he has matters in hand, so I shall trust that we may slay our foe without fear of etheric aftermath. My restorative spells are at your disposal. Hi.
Hi.
I'm about to go.
I know, I see that. It's excited.
Are you doing trust, or do you want people to help you?
I want to do trust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll do people later. But destroy a light warden for good. If it is possible now, then why not before? Whatever the Exarch believes, I will force a retreat if I deem it necessary. I did not become captain of the guard by being meek or weak. Commander of this sortie is yours. Though I am not as spry as I once was, I hope my long years of experience will serve you in some capacity. I can wield spells to heal or harm, or even fashion an arcane shield and sword should we have the need for a defensive wall. Simply say the word. Alright. Alright, come here, Alice. So, okay. All-rounder. That's what they chose to call the Exarch. It's an all-rounder.
Oh, you know.
Okay, so... Okay, so we can't take... Is it Lena? Or Lina?
I think it's Lena.
Yeah, because she's a dancer. So... Academician? Alright,
I know, right?
Damn, that doesn't look good. Oh, we saw this in the dungeon crawl. Oh, it's a lot of people turned Sin Eaters. Oh, the little cocoons. Oh no! Shit. This is
Enjoy
so
the music, by
fun!
the way.
Yeah,
So far,
good.
this is my favorite dungeon music. I only have 2 dungeon music, so I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Eat your leveling food.
I
Eat 2
did.
of them actually, because it's definitely gonna take you more than one
Okay.
food.
Oh, was that wait? It was already at. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go. I'm not a dancer. I was gonna put Peloton on.
That's loud.
Oh, everyone's
Oh
here now.
gods, that's Cinder. It can't be. It is! It's the one I'm gonna kill your ass!
I'm glad we
Get
tuned
off.
in just now.
What? Get
Hey,
it! It's all rounder though.
are not Grahatia.
Right?
Apparently.
Grahatia was an archer, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys like pick that option when you talked to him?
I picked it,
I didn't.
and he feigned ignorance.
I picked the other one that said we were not gonna get locked inside. And he was like, what? Why would we get locked inside? And then he said something along the lines of, fear not, my friend, you can enter without the fear of being the door shutting behind you and being locked in for all eternity. And I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, that's a little too specific now, isn't it?
Yep. Alright, let's go. Standing that Alpha now, heal me. Oh, I always miss that. Always.
I like this chocolate themed dungeon.
Stop. By the way, he's talking about a level 70 dungeon, not an 80 dungeon.
Come
Alright.
to chocolate.
Oh, we're in Saints.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Wait, it's not chocolate.
You guys
So I don't think
doing?
you should be eating that.
Alright, what's this? Wait, she's the first boss?
She's the first boss. She's not a Light Warden like I thought she was. Did you think she was a Light Warden too?
Yeah. Go for it, get her! Okay, go get her!
You gotta
can
get
go.
you go.
Okay.
Just hit it.
I wanna get hurt!
You're not gonna get hurt.
Hey, we did it, alright. Is everyone alright? I killed you. Someone help! Ah!
They're in
Really?
danger. They're panicking. Why are you laughing at them?
I don't know, it was just the way it was written. Ah!
You can start casting when you hit it. They'll charge ahead.
Will they double pull?
You should bring the monsters back to them. Yes. Oh, there goes Liz. I sure hope nothing bad will happen. Liz, you could have like scazed them. Why'd you walk up to them?
I don't know.
I see Xr's coming along, help you out.
Yep.
Don't let him die.
Come on, Alpha now! Oh no!
Oh no!
Help is at hand.
Alphino cared more about you than he has Ark.
I didn't know that! We have to start all the way over, no!
Oh my god, she's gonna wipe her trust party.
I did!
Oh my god, she just did.
My bad. We won't do that again. Ignore me. It was like, do you see that like Sin-Eater bull in the background that's like trying to like bust his way through that gate?
If he actually is kind of like getting a little open a little bit every time he pushes.
Yeah.
It's a little spooky.
Oh, I didn't say that one died. Whoops. That was a waste. And there's that other senator just like running in the back or like can't figure out what to do with his life. There he goes.
Do you see the gremlins talking?
Hey, no one will save you. Look at all the dead people. I'm sorry, people. This
At
sucks.
least they weren't transformed.
I guess. Can they not transform dead people? Like if people are dead, they're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
Because
he's
their Aether's gone.
Stabbed.
Ah, that makes sense. All right. Gosh, like all the houses are on fire. Uh-oh, this thing looks kind of nasty. Another eater. This is where you went. Oh no!
So be it.
And you open up as a foul.
I did. It's so sad. It even looks like her. Like her face looks like her. Oh no!
Everyone's stuck in the middle. Liz runs away.
Wait, Liz, you died?
She wiped the whole party. Liz, you're my hero. This is the best trust thing
No.
I've ever.
No, I mean that was pure Black Mage instincts right there.
I know.
Something's on me, so I'm running away. Alright, let's go. Sprint. Oh, they do sprint. They look funny, but they sprint.
They just walk faster.
You could totally see Alphino speed walking in the morning to wake himself up. How refreshing.
Oh, Oric, what have you done?
I do have to say
Sorry.
though, I'm like really excited that the Crystal Exarch is like an actual
Just gonna fight
character. Like, yeah, Alphino, you really gonna stand in my circle? Get out of here! I'm not moving. Ow! Oh, Alphino died.
I can
God, she
still
did it
fight.
again.
Get him
My
up!
thanks.
Thank you, Alice.
Liz, what's going on? Isn't this
Everybody's
like the first
dying.
dungeon? You're not the tank or the healer. How are people dying?
Alphino stood in my ley lines.
I didn't know it was possible to wipe with the trust system.
It is.
Like, do they say
Experiment
something?
ended.
Is there a special voice line if they die?
Somebody said something. I think when I killed the Exarch, somebody said something.
What?
You killed the
You killed the Exarch? Liz.
She's creating her own story as she.
These guys have never raided with Get over here! Why are you doing this? Stop it! Oh, did they just die? Oh, that's nasty. I didn't want to see that.
How about a Chocobo expansion, where they explore the deep lore of the Chocobo?
Oh my god, that was one of my favorite songs that they did at the Distance World concert. Like they did like the Chocobo song, and it was like the da 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 da, and then like they had a choir there, and like there was like this like repeating. It wasn't the chorus. I can't remember
You
what they're called.
underestimate me.
I do underestimate you, honestly. I'm sorry. There was like this repeating thing where the choir would just go C H.
Oh no.
And they like spelled out the whole word Chocobo, and then they go Chocobo, and then the Chocobo from Final Fantasy 13, the one that lives in Saz's hair, would pop up and go quick. like it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but it was so great at the same time. Oh boy. Oh. Ew.
That gave me 7 million. Holy crap.
Nice.
Light Warden Philia. so big, it like doesn't fit on my screen. Why? Why? Oh, I'm dead. What is happening? I'm gonna die. Stop it! Can you be done now? I can't get a cast off. Good God. Oh shit. Worst player at this game. If anybody joined this stream looking for the best player on Cacti, you found her. She's only wiped in the trust system 3 times this run, don't worry about it.
Did she wipe again?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's gonna be so embarrassing when they're like, you did it! You brought down the light one! Yeah. I did. After I died multiple times. Okay. Alright, we did it. I guess that's an appropriate reaction. Before I leave? Nothing? Aww. Well, it's not gone. Its body's still there, which tells me that there's something coming when I get out of here. Alright, let's see. Okay.
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us!
Your
Quickly, my lord,
soul
we must
is
withdraw!
mine.
That will not be necessary, Captain. Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
Why is he looking at me?
The blessing of light, and the hero who wields it now stands before you.
What? I thought I was supposed to become a warrior of darkness, not become brighter.
Was
Just saying.
Sure.
What?
Behold! The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
gone.
It can't be.
What's happening?
It's so beautiful.
The sunless sea. The warrior of darkness has come.
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people?
I like this Captain of the Guard person.
You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true.
Oh shit! Why are you
My
doing
lord?
that?
How many years have I waited for this
What do you
moment?
think? Anything he's proposing to you?
What do you do?
For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains.
This has like a Legend of Zelda feel to it. Like, okay, you defeated the boss in this region. Now you have to go defeat the bosses in these regions. Like, it... Oh, Legend of Zelda.
Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will.
Okay, you're right there.
I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present,
Don't foreshadow like that.
I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the Wardens and restore darkness to the first.
It sounds like a glorious adventure. I will become the warrior you need.
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose. And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
I was wondering if that was gonna happen. Like,